Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What's the Logic in That? Episode number 14. We are a weekly podcast. We like to talk about random topics from a spin wheel. We never know what we're going to talk about. If you like to follow us on social media, we're present on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Listening platforms are Spotify, YouTube, where you can watch it as well. You can see us in high definition. Ooh, I don't know why you'd want to. SoundCloud and Google Podcasts and
yes, that's it.
Apple Podcasts as well.
Oh.
Yes. Mr. Dean, how are you today?
I'm okay today. Today I thought it was gonna be a good day. Then it went bad, and it sort of smoothed out. It's been okay today. It's been okay.
I'm on the same sort of wavelength. This morning I came in, I thought everything had gone to shit. It kind of did, but it's all good now. Everything's smoothed out. Everything was good. I had a nice, relaxing afternoon, and all is better again. I'm very prepared. We had a decent team meeting at the end of the day.
Yes,
really nice, really fun. So yeah, I'm ready to go for this week. Ready to go for this week's episode. Do you want to pull up that old spin wheel and we'll see what we're talking about first?
Yes,
what I really want to mention is one of these topics is about what we had for lunch today. Me and Dean, we met up for lunch, and well, hopefully if it comes up, we'll explain more. But it was we ate a lot of food together.
Yes, we did.
Okay, nice deep topic to start off with. This is a viewer suggestion, so thank you, Mr. Steve.
Yes, thank you, Stephen.
Created our name.
Yes, you did.
He hasn't been mentioned in these episodes for a while. I'm just thinking probably episode 3 the last time we mentioned him. Would you rather travel in time to see your past or future, and you can't make any alterations? Now, Steve's original comment didn't have the no alterations bit, but we've kind of talked about something similar to that before. So
yeah.
I interpreted it as you can't make any changes, you can only see one or the other. So, Mr. Dean, what's your thoughts on this?
To be honest, the past. Straight in the past. I'd love to relive moments, because some moments I never took any photos or videos, or when I was younger, we didn't have like access to like smartphones straight away and everything that I could record. It'd be an expensive VHS recorder or an expensive like straight to disc or some mini disc or whatever. But yeah, going back and seeing everything, or yeah, I guess it would be kind of scary at the same time, but I want to see all the truths, because there's some stuff you never understood when you're a kid. And as an adult, watching that back, sort of like a Scrooge moment, like Ghost of Christmas Past or whatever shit that is. Yeah, seeing back and go, oh crap, that's the actual situation.
Yeah, being able to put stuff into perspective. I see what you mean there. Now, even though I said no alterations, or I interpret it as that, if I went to the future and looked at next week's lottery numbers, does that count as any alterations? Because I'm not altering anything whilst I'm in the future. I'm altering it when I get back to the present. Because that very much so depends, like, which one I pick here. I think for the purpose of this, we should say that we can't do that.
I guess in this scenario it would be even. Let's say even if you did see the lottery numbers, your timeline it would have changed.
Okay, I see that, right, and then you've just wasted your opportunity potentially. Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, I think I go with you with the past. Not much so to see truths, though I do see what you mean by that. But just to see family members and stuff that have passed, or just to see what people were like before I was born, potentially. How they lived. I mean, it'd be cool if in this scenario as well you could take back like your smartphone with you, and then record those moments as well, so that you could look at them again. So you're not just limited to the one time. Oh, it was just a memory. You've got like proof, I guess, but like you've got a snapshot of that you can refer back to afterwards.
Yeah,
I feel like that'd be cool.
I would. There's a lot of things in my past I want to check again. and see what actually happened in certain scenarios. I guess mine is all about truth. I just want to see what was happening. And maybe like you said, get my phone out and record my glory moments.
Yeah. That's not a bad shout either. I didn't even necessarily mean like tracking myself and watching what I was doing. I meant like seeing other people. But yeah, I guess that does make sense. Just those moments that maybe you felt vindicated for in the past, or you felt like that was your defining moment, but nobody else was there to share that with you, and then you could go back and record it.
In my thoughts, my imagination of this is it's like in Harry Potter, where you use a pensieve to see your old memories, but you're not just perceiving it through your eyes, you're seeing the whole surroundings. It's
like VR, but memory VR.
Yeah, so regardless of how you saw it, you can see even yourself, like, properly. As if it was almost like a game. Maybe like that, you can see all around.
I wonder if that will ever be possible. I feel like maybe not pulling it directly from your memory, but you might be able to recreate that, the environment in like a 3D space.
Yeah, if you could tap into your subconscious, I'm sure if you could really do it, when we're looking in our peripherals all the time. We notice things on the sides, but we don't really pay attention to it. Whereas if you could tap into the subconscious, you probably would remember what's on the left side over there. And then you could map what was there. That would be cool.
I wonder if you could get tastes and stuff in your subconscious.
Oh, if you can remember what it tasted like. And then that would be amazing if it wasn't just like you're jumping back and then you have to be there for a period. If it's like you can jump back, like, I wonder, what did that food taste like? You jump for a second, it's like, yeah, that was good.
What did Bernard Matthews turkey Twizzlers taste like?
They actually bring that. Did they not bring those back?
Well, I didn't think they did.
I think they are bringing them back.
What?
I'm sure I heard about
same
this.
Recipe or what? This can't be true. Like they were banned for a reason, man.
Why are they banned again?
No, Jamie Oliver didn't like them. And they were really unhealthy. Like they were like 37% meat or something. And it was like a mixture of meat. It wasn't like just turkey or whatever they're supposed to be. As far as I'm just going off what I remember. It could totally be wrong, and I could have totally been given the wrong advice on this.
Bernard Matthews has relaunched the controversial product with supermarket chain Iceland, stocking them in store. And that's a news article from 2 weeks ago, mate.
What the fuck?
I don't know what they've done to the recipe to make it allowed, but...
Mate, after this, I am running to Iceland. We have one that's maybe, it might be 2 miles away, but I'm going to go all the way there on foot because I can't be bothered getting the bus. I'm going to get some. Is this not like a troll article? Is it on the Onion? I want to see. I'm also googling this. Turkey Twizzlers. Let's have Iceland. Oh my god!
It's on Iceland. Tangy tomato flavour, mate.
Tangy tomato turkey Twizzlers.
£3.
Delicious chili cheese turkey Twizzlers. How?
£3 for 440 grams. 61 reviews. 3-star, mate.
Let's have a look. No, they don't taste quite the same as they were before they were banned, but they still do taste nice. My son didn't think they were bland, but he did say they'd taste better. He thought they'd taste better. He sadly doesn't remember the original ones, as he was quite small when they stopped making them. I think the £3 price tag is a bit steep.
What are you talking about?
Should be £2. What? You can tell they've reduced the salt, fat, and sugar content. That's what made them delicious. Now they taste bland.
What? It's got more meat now. That's why it tastes shit.
Unfortunately, they're more healthy. Per Twizzler, as consumed, they barely got anything in them. 3.5 grams of fat, 87 calories per Twizzler. They totally didn't used to be that, did they? They used to be a lot worse than that.
So yeah. Now
so I realise nobody can actually see my screen here, but like. Oh my god.
Now that you're saying that, no alterations to timeline, but would it cause a problem if I bought a bag and was not caught on any security cameras, and I bought a bag of stuff that isn't produced anymore and brought it back with me to the future.
Butterfly effect, yeah? You may potentially have murdered 7 million people by bringing a bag of turkey Twizzlers back from the past. You know what? Maybe I already went back. Maybe this is what happened. And that's why they brought back turkey Twizzlers.
I think that's what the no alterations thing might be as well, because stuff has already happened and made changes.
I feel like I just went off on a very wild tangent about something that's extremely unhealthy for no reason.
No, I think it's fine. You go back in time to find products that aren't made anymore.
Yes.
I potentially might do it for money reasons as well. If I can go back and get shadowless Pokemon cards, you damn right I would. I want that 10 grand Charizard card that I could sell on eBay. For sure, man.
I'm sure there's probably easier ways to make money than that, though, if you were going back into the past.
No, I'm thinking like anything that can sell for value over years, or antiques. If I can grab something cheap
like
back then.
yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like a pack of Pokemon cards from back then. Like, you could easily... I think it was a base set pack. That's first edition. Maybe it goes for £200 plus. That's one pack of cards. That's why I'm saying, like, if I can go back and buy them for £3 each.
Yeah. That's easy money, and you can carry loads of them.
Yeah, and butterfly effect. I mean, if I find a shop that's closing down, is it going to cause problems if it's just lost somewhere?
Potentially.
Exactly.
You know, you could change your own. You could change like you never know what could happen. That's the problem. I mean, it's you're never gonna know anyway. But like, you could speculate.
So, I feel like if we were told by some being, whatever it was, or machine, not to make any alterations, or that we couldn't, we'd find a way to do it. Me and Tom would find a way to do it, and we'd fuck everything up.
Yeah,
for turkey Twizzlers and Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Classics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Steve, for the topic. We destroy the world, is what we're saying.
Yeah, we have.
Cool. Topic number 2. We need to get on this quick, Dean, because I need to go to Iceland.
I'm sure they're plenty in stock.
Okay. Yes, here we go. On to more gluttony.
For lunch today.
On to more gluttony. Okay. You got 10 seconds to guess in the comments what we ate for lunch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Taco Bell. We ate Taco Bell.
Yeah, we had Taco Bell.
By we had Taco Bell, yeah. We had Taco Bell. We had I can't even remember what it was called. A munch box or something? Not like a munchy box.
Munchbox or lunchbox for 6?
For 6, yes. As you can see, there's only 2 of us. But we did eat it all. There might be some of those, what are they called?
Churro twist things? They're not really churros, they're like...
Yeah, I'm just trying to look back through my Deliveroo history to see what it was actually called that we had. My orders, here we go. They were cinnamon twists, those things. We got 3 portions. I'm just going to read off quickly what it was that we got. So, it was a classic Cravings meal for 6. That included 2 grilled chicken quesadillas, 2 Crunchwrap Supremes with seasoned beef, 2 volcano beef burritos, 6 beef crunchy tacos, 2 portions of nachos Bel Grande, and 3 portions of cinnamon twists. And the only thing we left was the cinnamon twists.
Yeah, so in our free time we do mukbangs without recording it.
Yeah, we do. Just for the fun of it.
For the sake of it.
Yeah. What was the one we did? We did the sushi the other week.
Sushi, it was 72?
72 pieces of sushi. We went through it in like 10 minutes.
Maybe we should just record them as well.
Maybe we should. Maybe these could be extras. Maybe we should have a Patreon and we record us just eating crap and then that just goes on there. Tom and Dean destroy 3 large pizzas in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or something, you know. Tom and Dean destroy 180 pieces of sushi in an hour.
Yeah, so that goes on the YouTube, and then the Patreon is the after effects or the non-edited where we're dying.
Yeah, if you want to see me on the toilet after I've eaten Taco Bell, then Patreon. Let me know if you want a Patreon.
Oh god, I feel like
that's some real shit posting that.
Yeah. I feel like I've got energy for 4 days now.
Yeah, same. Well, the thing is, because we had to do a bit of overtime last night. I was going to make a lasagna for dinner, and I didn't end up doing it. We ended up making burgers because quick and easy. So the lasagna is getting done now, and I realise I'm still full from lunch, and that was 9 hours ago.
Well, like we said many a time, the day after, it's going to be glorious for you. Unless you're still full in the morning.
Free flowing, mate, tomorrow. After all that Taco Bell. Damn. But it was good. It was good. And you are right. The one that because the one closest to me is the one in Hammersmith normally, right? And whenever I've had the crunchy tacos from there, they've always been like moist and soggy by the time I get to them.
These are so good, right?
But they were still crunchy even though they'd been delivered.
Mm-hmm.
So I was quite impressed. The last one I had of the three was starting to get the sog around the outside, but it had been like 20 or 30 minutes after we got
Yeah, because it was just sitting there whilst they're trying to get through it.
Through the rest of it, yeah. And that was the last thing I had. I don't know what your last one was like, the one I brought over to you.
The last thing I had was the chicken. Is it the grilled chicken quesadilla? Shredded chicken quesadilla? Yeah, that's the last one I got into.
Right. They're good as well. I don't know what your favourite one is, but I just like the cheese ones, like normally. I just get a cheese quesadilla.
Yeah, I like the cheese with spicy sauce.
Yeah, what's it even called? What's the fire sauce, is it? Taco Bell fire sauce? Or volcano sauce, maybe?
No
Something
idea.
like that. I don't know. It's alright, though. It's vinegary-based sauce, though. It's pretty good. So, yeah, so we had Taco Bell for lunch. Still full. 9 hours later. Very good. Should have fed 6 people. Hate to know how many calories were in that.
Lord.
It would have been a lot. I mean, it's already not good for you.
Yeah.
Again, let's have a look. I'm going to look it up. If you want to just continue to speak while I look this up.
Yeah, sure. Oh, man. That munch was so... It was so good. I mean, the only health element was... What was that pentagon, hexagon thing? It had lettuce in it.
The crunch wrap. Because it had lettuce in it.
It had lettuce. That was the only sort of health benefit. Apart from that, I guess Taco Bell's not that bad if you eat it in...
moderation.
If you eat it in moderation, it's not that bad. It does hit the spot. I mean, compared to a lot of US chains that come over here and stuff, the price is alright.
Yeah, it's cheap for what it is.
Yeah, the quality's what you expect. I mean, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's not like cheap shit or something like that. It's actually quite good. What you'd expect from a known brand.
So just from having the crunch wrap and the volcano beef burrito, we're already at 1,200 calories.
Oh shit.
And each beef taco was 159. So we're about 1,600, 700.
Okay.
The Nachos Bel Grande was another 700. So we're at 2,500 almost.
Oh god.
And what was the other thing that we had? What was that? Oh, the quesadilla. Where's the quesadillas? Can't see the quesadillas. Oh no, quesadilla. We had the chicken one, didn't we?
Yes.
That's another 500, so we're just over 3,000 calories now.
Wasn't there a cheese quesadilla as well and a nachos thing?
Yeah, I've got that on there. And we had some of the cinnamon twist, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Wow. We had 3 portions of it, didn't we? We didn't eat. We ate probably 1 portion between us, right?
Yeah, about one portion.
Those cinnamon twists, they're 865 calories each.
What? Sugar's a killer.
Yeah, it is. So we probably had about 3,500 calories, which is fine for me. I know you walk back and forth to the office, but I've been on site running round an office all.
Yeah, you've been okay, and I
So
walk back and forth. I can.
slightly okay. I wouldn't say it was
Yeah.
that. I mean, what I did a printer installation this afternoon. The printer was already on the side. I didn't have to take it out of the box or anything. All I had to do was walk up to it and then bloody plug it in. So it wasn't really that much effort.
Yeah, I think I can burn it off in some way, format. But one good thing we did learn from Taco Bell was that those twist things should be packaged up as a snack. They're almost like quavers, a sweet version of quavers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe when we were eating though, you turned around and said, "Where's the dip?"
I did actually.
Where's the chocolate dip? Or the caramel dip?
Caramel dip.
Caramel dip. But that is the best part. When you get the churros, that's the best bit.
Mm-hmm.
The dulce de leche. It's not even. Well, it's what is it? Sweetened condensed milk that's been like boiled.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me about that once. You can get a tin and put it in water, hot water, and it'll turn into
Yeah. And then it turns into that caramel. Yeah.
It's tasty.
Okay, right. Well, we've talked about lunch. We've talked about turkey Twizzlers. What's next? What are we going to talk about next?
Food-related thing.
I didn't realise that we'd immediately go into food-related stuff again.
Yeah.
Oh, look. And again.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I want dinner all day. I want to eat all day. I want to be a hobbit. Would you rather be a hobbit or an elf for 10 days each month at random? So that's extend your life potentially 10 days a month every month for indefinitely. Or, again, kind of extend your life. Hobbits live to grand old ages.
Yeah, because what? In the Tolkien books, Bilbo, 110 years old?
Yes, but that was because the ring had extended his life.
True, so...
That was partly because of that as well. So you got to sort of consider that in, because after that he ages really quickly.
That's true.
But then again, like in the Tolkien books, 7 years passes or something. I can't remember what the exact thing is, but in Lord of the Rings, it's at least like 7 years by the time that at the end of the Lord of the Rings where they go to the I can't remember what it's called, where the elves go to.
I know what you're talking about. The elves like homeland.
Yeah. When they go there, I'm pretty sure it's like 7 years from the start of the journey or something. Please, somebody correct me in the comments.
Yeah. For me, it'll be hobbits. It has to be elf for me. I mean, just like in general, because of work life, normal life. If I turned into an elf, what would really change in my physique? I might get
pointy ears.
I get pointy ears. I can see further, feel better.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit faster as well, agile. But essentially, I would still look the same.
Yeah, and your life would be a lot longer. I mean, what is that really? So was it 10 times 12 times... So, I mean, that's already like almost a third of the year. Or it is a third of the year that you'd save every year you'd save a third of your life. Mm-hmm. Which is the equivalent of like... I mean, how many hours do you sleep? Is that pretty much how... You basically get the amount of hours that you slept back.
Yeah. As
extra life. So you would last another 30% longer than you probably otherwise would.
So maybe to 100.
Right, you assuming that you're going to die at 60?
No, I wasn't thinking that low, but I didn't think I'd reach 100. So it'd be nice to be fit when I'm 100, or in my old human age. Suddenly, I know, like, one day. It's soon. 20 days have gone by. There's 10 days left in the month. And then I'm fit as a fiddle. Get out the nursing home or wherever I'm at, you know?
That's true. Because I guess, because when you would be 70, assuming that, like, it doesn't backdate you, you would be, the equivalent of about a 70-year-old? At 100? That's pretty good. Or 75-ish, probably. And then me, probably, like, early 70s.
What if your age correlated to, like, a 70-year-old elf, which means, like, You like
So you're basically a baby, mate. Baby elf.
Baby?
No, not baby.
I thought you'd be like a teen or like 20.
Didn't they come of age at like 50 or something? Or am I being stupid? Or am I thinking of other kind of elf?
I'm not too sure.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen The Lord of the Rings. And or read anything on it.
See, with a hobbit would be cool if I needed to sneak around or do other stuff. I think for illegal activities, I'd be a hobbit.
For illegal activities, you'd be a hobbit.
Yeah, because hardly anyone notices a hobbit most times.
I feel like if everybody around me also had to transform, then I'd pick hobbit. Because, like, then you get the hobbit breakfast, the hobbit drinking culture, the hobbit eating habits. People would have their own hobbit holes that they went to. Yeah,
like, it's time of the month.
It's that time of the month again. It's time to go down there, transform, and become a hobbit. Like, I'd love that. I think that'd be great. Imagine it was baked into your work week. Everybody gets a week off every month to go be a hobbit somewhere. And go and enjoy a week of drinking and party and festivities. Because they're very curious creatures.
Yeah, they are. And they do have a lot of meals.
And they do. They eat several times a day.
For their size, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I wish I could name what it was. I think I can do up to just past lunch. Because it's like breakfast, second breakfast, and then...
Isn't there
11s, yeah.
Yeah.
And then luncheon, and then there's like another 4 meals after that, I think. Incredible. I wanted to do it one day. Actually, we were going to do it when lockdown kicked over. We were going to do it on my birthday, where we like woke up at 7 or whatever, and had everything done and just ate like a hobbit for a day.
See, I want you to do that, but you need to go full cosplay. I need to be dressed. Even the feet.
Well, I was going to dress as Gandalf.
You can do his voice, so yeah, it would work. Oh my god, you'd be Gandalf and Lana, or just be a hobbit or a dwarf then.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the female dwarf, nobody knows if they exist.
That is true, because everyone's got beards, that's the joke.
Yeah, no, she is definitely a hobbit. She's the right size. It's true. No, she's probably just a bit bigger than a normal hobbit.
Yeah, so half? Are there any hobbit? Half hobbit, half humans?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know about that. Maybe. Oh god. Half hobbit, half dwarf wouldn't.
Half hobbit, half dwarf. Oh my god, a dwarf-sized hobbit with big feet.
I'm just picturing. No, actually, no. I probably shouldn't say that out loud.
Odor mechanisms.
And put it this way: I was picturing Gimli and Frodo, and that's as far as I'm going to go.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Yeah, let's not go there. So yeah, for me, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say Hobbit. I don't care about extending my life or being fit. I just want to drink. Assuming everybody else, it happens to everybody else. I'm gonna say Hobbit.
Do you also want to experience being smaller? Because you've been tall for what?
For as long as I can remember.
What, since you were 12?
Yeah, I haven't really grown since I'm 12, and I think I'm 6'2", 6'3". I was a big kid. So I had a growth spurt early.
Hobbits are what? 3?
I thought they were like just under 4.
Just under 4?
Yeah, let me have a quick look. How tall are hobbits?
Who's the tallest one we saw? Was it Sam?
3 feet 6 inches, right in the middle. Between.
Is that the biggest one?
Well, Sam, he was a big boy, wasn't he? So 2 to 4 feet tall, normally. Big hobbitses.
You know, that probably wouldn't affect you too much, because there are like lots of people who are 4 foot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that you just have bigger feet.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with having big feet, mate.
Nope, there isn't.
How big are your feet?
I am size 11, but
Oh, you have got big feet.
I'm only what 5'10", just under 5'11". So
I've got small feet for my size. My feet are size 9s.
what? How? I thought mine were too big for my height. Normally, it's like for someone who's got size 11, you'd be 6 or higher.
No, yeah, mine have got little feet. Well, they're not little, but they're not, as big as somebody my size normally would be.
Huh.
I think. Don't judge me.
I'm not going to judge you.
Yeah. I'm joking. Okay.
I think also, before we move on, if I was an elf, I think if we did turn into elves and hobbits, if it was just us, we got to go to some sort of event.
Oh, you've got to go to like a LARP event or something.
Yeah. Oh,
that would be wicked.
it would be amazing.
I want to do that anyway at some point, especially like after this has ended. I want to do like a LARP event. I've always wanted to do that. They sound amazing.
They do, and I do want to play. Cause I'm just thinking fantasy here. Dungeons and Dragons. I've never played.
You never played D&D?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we've been looking for somebody to play D&D with for ages. We used to. And one of my friends does he does it on Discord, like a D&D type server. But we played it a few times. But it always ends up with I'm absolutely smashed at the end of the table. And then somebody starts making shit up, and then it goes completely off the rails, and we never actually get anything done.
I'd love to play a proper one where we just come around or something around the table, and someone has props. So it's like, you're around this. I'm holding a TV control for those who listen.
You're around the mountain.
Yeah, you're about this mountain. You're about to cross this bridge. This is what it looks like. And you're around, say, here. And the enemy is around here. It's just like visual aids along the way as well. Just like markers. Even if it's just little markers or tokens on like a grid, that would be cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's really, really fun. I've always wanted to do it properly. So maybe we could start something. We could start a televised live stream of Dungeons and Dragons.
Who would be the
Dungeon Master?
Yeah.
I don't know. Steve would make a good DM because
he
wouldn't stand up for
seriously.
bullshit. Yeah,
he'd take it seriously. So
yeah, he wouldn't stand any bullshit. So it'd be he'd probably be really good at it.
Oh my God,
I could just picture him as a dungeon master.
Him. I can see him in two senses there. But I was thinking the party would be me, you, Rishi, and Matt, and Steve as dungeon master. I think it would be really good.
Yeah. Maybe Rish, but I feel like he would fall into the bullshit quite a bit.
That's why I want him in there.
Yeah,
I think it'd be very entertaining.
Yeah. If you don't want it to be serious, then I think he'd be good at it. But I feel like that would piss Steve off. God, this has gone really off topic. Nobody understands who we're talking about here. But
yes, sorry. Yeah, I would like to be an elf, and Tom would like to be a hobbit for 10 days at random in each month.
Yes, please. When do I start?
I really want it to start now. Are you? Oh shit! It's happening.
It's happening. Okay, right. Do you want to pull up the spin wheel? Let's see what's next on the agenda. Topic number 4. Really burning through them today. What's it going to be?
It's a bit deep.
Deep. Really nice and deep.
Yeah. Do we have free will, or is everything predestined?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I think we'd all like to think that we have free will. But at the end of the day, this sort of leans back into the first topic of seeing your future and your past. If you can see your future, then doesn't that mean that those actions have been predetermined, especially if you can't make any changes to the flow of time?
Yeah. And potentially, your future self that you saw did what you just did.
Yeah.
So you're just completing the loop.
Because of that, yeah. Because you saw that happen. The future that you saw is going to become your future. It's all predestined. But I don't know. This is a very difficult topic because it's one of those things that we're never ever going to know the answer for. Like as a factual statement, you're never going to be able to say life is predetermined or you do have free will. I mean, who's to say that everything that we're saying right now, this whole podcast and this series of episodes, somebody, some greater power, some greater thing hasn't already pre-written everything that we're going to say, and we're just predetermined to say everything.
Yeah, that was my thoughts. I was going to talk about religion and stuff, because I believe in most, is it Christians or Catholics? One or the other. Believe that, well, most, I guess, if there's, sorry for any offence, because I don't know which one it is, but don't they believe that God has a plan for every person, which means anything that happens is predetermined anyway. And God would know what you would do wrong and right because it's already, because He created you and everything else. Yeah, which means you don't really have a choice. So it's very difficult for me to if you're thinking in that sense, because it's like you can't even do anything right if you're meant to be a bad person.
Yes, and I don't want to bring religion into this because I've got. Well, personally, you can go ahead. By all means, if you want to talk about it. But I've got some very, I'm not going to say controversial, but I've got some very different beliefs to a lot of people in that sense that maybe would offend people by me saying them. So I'd rather not say them, based on the fact that, especially due, down to creationism and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
In terms of a lot of things, I don't know, certain events, maybe they're predetermined. Maybe not by a higher power, but by certain people. It's conspiracy talks.
Conspiracy talks, yeah. I can get into this. Yeah, I mean, potentially. I mean, a lot of natural disasters and things and all this other stuff, you can see that, coming a lot of the time, right? Eventually there will be ways that we can predetermine that an earthquake is going to happen on this date at this time because of, the way that seismic activity is happening in that area and the way the tectonic plates move. And, we can see this tornadoes coming in. And at one point that would have been, that's... I don't really want to bring religion into it, but at one point that would have been, a gift from a god, or it was meant to happen.
You're a magician, how can you do this? Or you're some witchcraft of some sort, you can tell the future.
So, it was meant to be. Whereas, now we know that it happened because of wind cycles and the temperature of the air and all this other stuff. So, again, there's lots of... I have sort of brought religion back to it, but yeah, there's lots of things that at one point we would have said were predetermined that weren't, they don't have to be, or we could have potentially prevented them, or we could have moved people from an area that was going to be affected by stuff.
Yeah.
If we had more of information available to us at that time.
It would... I know it's impossible, but I'd love to see the last 20 years who were the pinnacle people for certain events, because a lot of things, a lot of events right now, I have no effect on them right now. My actions, what I'm doing in this room right now, don't have any effect on what's happening somewhere else.
Well, you never know. Somebody seeing and watching us right now, could go on to lead a country or be a massive superpower because of our influence.
Yeah, that's just what I mean. I'd love to see in the last 20 years, a red dot, a map of who actually had an effect on the world, big time, or even in a small way led to that, and who were just, they could have been doing anything and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, exactly. It could have just been that somebody got into the shop one day, bumped into somebody by accident, and then that person went on to do all this other stuff, and then it's all connected, and then somebody eventually, I don't know, murdered 1 million people.
Yeah. And then anyone else who, when he bumped into anyone else around him, didn't matter. It was that one person he bumped into or did not bump into. That sort of stuff. I'm interested.
Yeah, it just makes you think, like, even though you think that your day-to-day actions could be potentially so insignificant, you don't know the impression or the lasting effect of the things that you do, and how that they could potentially destroy time, or lead to somebody being happy, or lead to people dying, or there's loads of different things that you could personally influence over your lifetime, over your day, over your week, over your month, that you would never know about, but because you were there, or because you were doing something at the time, because you bought that last piece of chocolate, or because you decided not to buy it and you decided to leave it to somebody else. Like, all those different things, like, it's so crazy to think that because you didn't do something, or because you did something, somebody a million, thousands of miles away has now been, given £1 million, or is now in a Lamborghini, or has now fallen to poverty, or it's so crazy to think.
Yes. I mean, I have to applaud that. That sounded like a graduation speech. Like,
oh, thank you.
After you say all that, it's like, you can make a difference.
You can make a difference.
Go to that shop.
Or maybe you shouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
There's two sides to this coin.
Mm-hmm.
You either do or you don't. Do or do not. There is no try.
I think what you said actually makes sense. Like, there's some things you shouldn't do. Like, in history, we've seen it. Like, the prime examples, like the atom bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, for science purpose, for
though,
knowledge.
Like, bringing this back to atom bomb, right? What and the things in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, right? That's awful. But what would have happened if they hadn't tested it there? They'd led that further, and then they'd fucking thrown it onto, like, Europe or something, and then blown up a whole continent.
Yeah, you never know.
Because of those, and I'm not saying they're insignificant, right? Because hundreds of thousands of people died, right? And that's wrong. But because of that could have potentially saved millions from dying further down the line because of untested technologies.
This makes me think of something we touched briefly on, like the flat earthers. What if scientists all agreed on the theory that the earth was flat? So so thinking the world was a sphere was the unpopular opinion.
Well, I mean, again, if scientists were on that side, then you'd probably believe it. I mean,
what would
if
we
there
do?
Was ever, there would have to be evidence towards it.
Would we ever think of air travel and stuff like that, or ships, or certain things we wouldn't be doing?
Yeah, because we're assuming it actually is flat. If it actually was flat, then we wouldn't be able to trace our way around the stars and stuff. We wouldn't know what time it was. It would always be dark in certain places, which is the reason why it's definitely not flat. And you wouldn't be able to measure the curvature of the Earth by looking over the horizon. Like,
they have reasons for all of that. So imagine if that was all that. Can you imagine we were the crazy ones?
Imagine.
I'm not saying they're crazy.
Those spheres.
Delusions. No,
I saw there's a parody. I think it's a parody Twitter account, but it was supposed to be the Flat Earth Society, but it had a tick next to it. So maybe, I don't know, but basically there's a post from them. It said, "We've got members all over the globe," and it's so good.
What do they call the Earth in shape-wise?
I don't know what they call it shape-wise.
Do they just refer to it like the shape that a map is?
I guess so. No, because it's not like a map. Because it's apparently like the Arctic is everything's surrounding it, and then it's like, I don't get how that's supposed to work. To be honest with you, or what's supposed to be on the other side.
All the people around the disc.
Around the disc, the flying disc in space. But like, what would be on the other side of the disc? Or would they? Are they just assuming that people just fall off when they get on the other side and the gravity doesn't exist?
Maybe that's hell.
Hell is on the other side.
Or it's another realm.
It's
another
realm.
Dimension. It's the reverse world.
It's the reverse world. Everything's backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get that. That sounds good. Can we go there? What happens if we dig far enough? Do we just get there? How does gravity work? You just suspend it in the middle at one point.
I think gravity is one of their things because it falls straight down. That's why it's flat. If it was a sphere, wouldn't it fall in that shape or something?
Mate, there's been some good stuff about flat Earth. Like that guy that sent a rocket up to space, or he made one in his back garden or something, sent it up to space, and he said that NASA had doctored the footage on his rocket to make it look like the Earth was a sphere. After going through all that effort to try and prove once and for all, personally, he's like, oh no, NASA just messed with him.
I'm curious why they haven't. I had this thought the other day, why they haven't made an expedition themselves to take a ship
to just
to one side to the
and
other.
Find out.
And so everyone on the ship, all the crew, would be flat earthers, so no one could be blamed for what happened.
Yeah.
And if they're right, they're right.
NASA were hacking their eyes. They changed the current so that we wouldn't get to the edge.
Yeah, I just want no interference. I want everyone to support it.
Oh yeah, because apparently the Antarctic is the surrounding area around the edge. So wherever you go, if you go outwards far enough, you'll get to Antarctica. And then apparently, somehow, if you get to one side of Antarctica, just walk over. Instead of going to Australia, you go off into nothingness.
How do they believe a compass works?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Exactly.
I thought there's like magnetic poles and...
Yeah, that's the whole point of the magnetic field, that's how the compass works. That's why it points north.
So how would they navigate? Maybe that's why they haven't done it yet, because they don't know how to navigate it.
Because surely if they got to the North Pole, they'd go, oh, the compass is spinning. That must mean I'm at the North Pole, which means it's a globe, because
like
it's a field.
Even when they made their project, they said that the thing was wrong or something like that. There was that project they made.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So they just find a way to disprove it. They say, oh, NASA. Oh, somebody's made this up. Somebody's fixed this. We went on this expedition and we wasted all these resources and they messed with our results before we could even do it.
Whoever's the head of the Flat Earthers, I'd like Elon Musk to offer them the first trip.
Yeah, but they'd still come up with some weird government... the government conspiracy.
No, give them a spacesuit and everything.
Take them to space. Disprove it once for all. Yeah, but they wouldn't believe it.
Not to disprove it, just for them to understand.
They would say, yeah, that Elon Musk put them in some pretend rocket
Fake
and they never left Earth. It was all virtual reality the whole time. We never even left the planet. All this footage is doctored. Nobody made it. Anyway, let's get off this and start talking about something else.
Let's move on.
Let's stop offending people.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. If you ever, honestly, if you are a flat earther, I'm not saying you're wrong, or I'm not saying you're wrong and that I'm right, or vice versa. But I'd love to sit down and discuss it fully.
Yes, please leave a comment below if you do support the flat Earth. And yes, if you want an invitation to come on the podcast and please express your views, then by all means, yes, that would be great. We would happily invite you on, and you can tell everybody why you believe the Earth is flat.
Honestly, any evidence you have, I'll be happy to look at it.
Yes.
Likewise. Not even a joke. I'm serious.
I'm serious too. If somebody in the comments is willing to come on and explain why they think the Earth is flat, then I would happily listen to them for an hour.
And I don't want you to come on and it'll be like one thing. It has to be like a good amount of evidence.
Yeah. If you say, oh, spirit bubble, I don't know, this gate swings this way because of this. This video proves that the Earth is flat. No, you've got to come with an hour's worth of evidence.
Yeah.
But I will sit and listen to every point that you have. And you can try and convince me that the Earth is flat.
Don't say, when I give a counter argument or something, or a question, don't say like I'm brainwashed by this or society or something. Just listen to my remark and give me a
scientific, honest answer as a rebuff. Totally fine. If you say that the government has infected me with some mind bug, then I'll hang up. Right, Dean, next topic. Probably the last topic of the day.
Yep.
More than likely. We on number 5? Number 5, I think.
Believe so.
Ooh, and they got 4 things left.
4 things left.
4 things left. Mountains are... Oh no, we're going straight back to flat Earth. How did this happen? Right, let's not mention flat Earth the remainder of this episode. And maybe bring that out another day. Mountains out of molehills. Mr. Dean, do you want to start us on this? Do you want to give an example of somebody who makes a mountain out of a molehill?
There's so many people. There's so many people who do this.
Let's not mention anybody we work with.
Yeah, a lot of this is...
Joke.
The most common stuff would be like what you see on the internet or anywhere else, what's called like first world problems. But even further on from there, a slight life change. Slight
inconvenience to your daily routine.
Yes. The coffee I normally have doesn't have sugar. This one's got 1 grain of sugar. It's ruined my day. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me.
Bernard Matthews, Jamie Oliver removed turkey Twizzlers from their stores. That's a minor inconvenience. Mm-hmm. But I complained to Mummy.
I really can't stand it. I don't believe I make any mountains out of molehills. I tend to do the reverse.
Yeah, not... okay, yeah. I think I'm probably on the same as you on that one. Sometimes I will what's the way of saying this?
Underestimate.
Not even underestimate. It's we both know what we mean, and I'm pretty sure most people will also know what we mean here. But when you don't give something enough thought, or you thought about it, but you thought it was going to be easier than it will be, or it's not going to take as much time. I guess it kind of is underestimate, but it's not that word that we're looking for, I don't think.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of times I will start walking over the molehill and realize I need my climbing gear.
Yeah. I'm not probably this hill is big. It's not a molehill, it's a mountain.
It's a big hill. Damn. I don't think even as a child, I've never had any stories of me having tantrums as a kid. Possibly. But I've never had anything like that. I've always been told I was a silent kid.
I feel like I definitely did make things as a kid, like things that were insignificant. Looking back at it, it probably blew out of proportion for no reason. But I think that's very normal for a kid to do things like that. It's to just because they don't have life experience. They don't realize that my DS broke is
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world, like that sort of mountain over a molehill type thing is very insignificant in the grand scheme of things, and will maybe affect you for like a week or two whilst you get over it, and then that's it. But you don't see it that way as a kid. As an adult though,
I can't forgive adults for it.
Yeah, like things like that where stuff is clearly insignificant, but they hold on to it for weeks and months, and then when you bring it up, it's like a sore point for them because they're still frustrated about it, even after it's sorted, it's fixed, it's already done. But it's so difficult for them to overcome that feeling of anger against something so insignificant.
There's 2 types of these mountains. There's the one where they get frustrated by something small, and there's the one where they try to do too much to sort out that mountain.
Yes. There's a path that goes directly over this mountain, but instead we're taking the rocky ravine over there instead, because it's just been you didn't see the path. You didn't see the path straight over. You've just gone, without thinking, straight to the ravine. And I feel like a lot of the time, especially in our industry as well, people tend to do this.
Yeah.
You have the people that will systematically go through their known steps of this is how I would go through this. This is how I would fix it. And yes, eventually you will get to the end, and maybe it took a bit longer. And I feel like that's the medium path where you've gone up the way that you know, right? You're going up this way, and then you have the people who will they like to think quickly on their feet. They will Google things, and they have a rough idea of what the problem might be, so they're going straight for the potential solution. I feel like that a lot of the time is the quickest path. Even if it might be slightly more dangerous, it's still faster. And then you have our people who are making the mountain out of the molehill, who are looking in the completely opposite direction from the get-go and have no idea where to start with it. And instead of Googling it, they will try and figure it out by themselves without understanding anything.
Yeah, I feel like
they're the ones going up the ravine backwards.
Going up backwards, or looking at it and getting a spoon out to dig a tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to dig through the centre rather than just, either systematically going up it or taking the quick, dangerous path.
I really can't stand it. It frustrates me when it's not work-related, but when it's in life, and I can see someone's got an easier path than I have, and they're complaining about something so small, which
exactly
I would see as a benefit to my
You're
life.
going up that rocky road, and you look over and there's some fucking pavement over there, right? And there's Mr. Whoever. He's just walking up it, but he's got a bicycle. He's going on this like freshly paved road, but he's complaining about something so small and insignificant. Oh, his bacon was burnt when he had breakfast this morning, but that's going to put him in a foul mood for the rest of the day, and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's ruined his day. But you're over here trying to trundle through and make money. You might not even have food when you go home or whatever, but you get through the day and you're upbeat and you're right with it. But this guy is just like, oh, my world is falling apart because my toast was burnt.
Oh my god, there's all sorts of that, man. I see it when I relate to my younger self as a child. When I see those kids having those stupid tantrums about toys or anything else like that, and they're like on the floor. I was like, I didn't even have the opportunity to be on that floor. It's like, Jesus.
I don't want to say that I didn't do that, because I don't know if I did. I can't remember doing it, but my mum might say that I did. I don't know. I feel like I didn't throw tantrums like that. I don't think I got angry at stuff, but I don't think I did it, why won't you buy me this type of thing? Or Mummy didn't get me the thing that I wanted. I don't think I ever did that. I was always genuine with the stuff I got and happy with it. Because at least I got stuff, and some people don't. Maybe I didn't think that way as a kid, but that's the way I look at it now.
The only thing I think I was disappointed was when I got socks, not because they were socks, but because a relative got me these socks and they were girl socks. That got me annoyed because they knew I was a boy. This attention to detail would be nice. I mean, I'm not saying they were pink socks or anything. It was just like, it was Minnie Mouse.
I think I've got a great example of this, right? So, Lana, my girlfriend Lana, her name is spelled Lana, right? Every year, her grandmother spells her name Larna, right? In the Christmas cards and stuff, like she'll get sent them, but like spelt wrong. For she's what, 23 for 23 years. Like, and she's been corrected multiple times. I think they've got each other on Facebook. She can see her name. She still does it.
Oh, it's
she,
because
she spells her brother's name wrong as well.
Is it because that's how she wished the names were
I
spelled?
don't know. I don't know. But she spells her brother's name wrong as well. I'm pretty sure. Maybe his is right now. I know it definitely wasn't when we first met. But yeah, like stuff like that, like things that are. I guess that is a mountain out of a molehill, but it also feels like you're, in some ways, not valued.
Yeah, I feel, to me, that's an emotional mountain because it almost feels deliberate, like you're taking the piss. You've done it for so many years now, so come on, please. No, why are you doing that?
Exactly.
Oh, God.
So yes, mountains out of molehills. People,
Yeah.
they do them. They do them all the time. There's no need for them. Why do that? Why do this? Speak about your problems. Don't make them somebody else's. If you don't need to.
Yeah, I hate collecting mountains which I uncover or actually hills.
Yeah.
Molehills. That pisses me off.
Well, these mountains here, a lot of the time, they're not even as big as a molehill. They're smaller than that. Right? It's just a mound of dirt that they've just kicked into somebody's face for no reason.
In fact, it's just a hole in the ground. It's the reverse. It's positive.
It's the reverse. Yeah, it's a positive thing. How many times have you had that recently as well? Where somebody's... They've taken something that could have potentially been positive, a positive thing, and then twisted it into a mountain because it suits them.
Oh my god, it's like, I just want a free house, but the decor's not my type.
Yes. Like, what?
What's wrong with you?
Why? What do you mean that the decor's not your type? Things like that can be changed. You could sell the house for money. Like, come on. Like, why is that the first thing that goes through your head? Oh, I don't like it. Like, be grateful for the fact that you've just been given this thing. Right? You haven't paid for it. There's no money gone out of your bank account. You've essentially just got a free ride for the next 10 years. You know, you could sell that and not work. Like, why are you not thinking that rather than, oh, I don't like the decor? Like, people are so illogical sometimes. What's the bloody logic in that?
That is it.
Hey.
That is the truth.
Here we go. Got it in. Right, Mr. Dean.
Yes.
I think we should probably end here.
Yep.
I had a good rant.
Yeah, we had a few rants there. It was all good. Well, thanks guys for watching. This has been What's the Logic in That. We'll be back next week with another episode. Again, please do leave YouTube comments below with your suggestions for what we should talk about next. If you are listening, please reach out to our social medias and comment there. We've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Question for the week.
What is the question for the week? It can't be what we had for lunch, can it?
No.
Would you rather see into the future or see into the past? You can't make any changes.
Yep. I've been Dean.
I've been Tom. And sorry, Dean, if you wanted to change that to something else, I took over.
It's all good.
Bye.
Bye.